All right, are we starting?
It's your choice.
I can't see what slide it actually is.
This is the overclockremix.org plus MAGFest at 2019. Video game music, it's good.
It's good?
It's
Is
good.
that what it says?
I've heard people say that it is, in fact, good.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hey. Welcome to the OC Remix panel at MAGFest. How many times have we done this? I don't even know.
Since Mag 5 or 7, I forget.
Something like that.
Yeah, a lot. How many people have been to an OC Remix MAGFest panel before? Thank you for returning. We'll try to we will have different things this time.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. We will not be playing Shaq Fu, so if that's the only reason you came, I am so sorry.
Be gone.
So sorry. Half the audience just walks out.
Get up and walk away.
Actually, there was a bad fighting games panel at MAGFest, so I feel like that is totally being covered.
We did a bad fighting game last year.
Oh, we did?
Last year, we presented that one.
Oh,
but we didn't
I was
do it
not
this
here
year,
for that. Okay, so first, welcome.
Yeah.
Second, want to do introductions?
Yeah, let's do introductions first. Why don't you go first, Dave?
Okay. I am David Lloyd, also known as DJ Pretzel, and I started Overclock Remix in December of 1999.
December of 1999.
1999. The internet wasn't even alive.
My name is Sharik Ansari. I'm better known as Dark Sword. I've been a staff member for OC Remix and a remixer and a judge and a community administrator for like 16, 17 years now, a really long time. And I'm pretty excited for OC Remix's 20th year.
Yes.
It's going to be really cool.
Jose Felix, known as Bronx Rican, musician, media thing person.
Video guy. All of the trailers, or like 99% of the trailers.
What's up, folks?
Yeah. Are Jose's work.
Hi, my name's Ben. I go by Mind Wanderer on the site. I am a judge. I'm the newest judge currently still. I do some compo organizing and pinch hitting random stuff like now.
Cool. Okay, so what is Overclock
Brilliant.
Remix? Obviously, those who have been to the panel before.
Yeah. So real quick, show of hands, who here does know what OC Remix is?
Who here does not?
Who here does not know what OC Remix is? You got dragged by your friend.
All right, okay.
Who's like who like won't shut up about OC Remix. It's like, oh my God! All right, I'll go to the panel with you.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right.
So yeah, really briefly, it's a whole website dedicated to video game music. It's been around for, like we said, almost 20 years. The central premise essentially is that fans contribute their own arrangements. So it's all fan-driven. Some professional composers and professional remixers, for that matter, have contributed music to the site, but a lot of it's hobbyists. And all the music we release, individual mixes and albums, are all free. Currently over 3,800 mixes and almost 70 albums.
We just released our 69th album.
We just released our 69th album, it's true. Woo! There's forums, workshop, interviews, albums. You can download all of the mixes very easily and very quickly via BitTorrent, and we just updated our BitTorrent collection to feature everything up until, well, January 1st of this year. So with 2 torrents, you essentially get 19 years worth of music. It's a pretty good deal.
Yeah, it's a couple days of music if you put it all in one playlist.
And listen to it all back to back.
Yeah.
But everything is at ocremix.org. We also implemented SSL, so it's now HTTPS, which sounds more official. Anytime we post a mix, release an album, or have something to say, we have a Twitter account and Facebook. Every mix gets posted to YouTube as well, and then on SoundCloud, we mostly do the albums.
Yep.
So it is a website on the internet, and it looks something like that, at least for now.
It's constantly evolving.
It is.
Dave is always working on it.
I'm trying. Shark, you want to talk about community?
Yeah, sure. So OC Remix, well, we said it was a website, but really what OC Remix is, it's a community. It's a community of listeners, it's a community of artists and remixers and people who draw and just people who love video games. Primarily the way we interact with each other is through our forums, and we have a Discord server, which we recently started maybe 2-3 years ago. It's pretty active, it's a lot of fun, a lot of memes, but not too many memes. We also go to a lot of conventions. MAGFest obviously is like the best one, but I'm at MAGFest.
You kind of have to say, yeah,
you have to say MAGFest is the best one when you're at MAG.
I love MAGFest.
When we do this panel at PAX, I'll be like, oh yeah, PAX East, you're at the best one.
No, actually, we go to PAX and we tell them about MAGFest.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so we do conventions throughout the year. MAGFest, we've done PAX before on both sides of the country. We do AwesomeCon, which is around in DC. Otakon, we've done a lot. Tons of conventions. If you're from some place in the contiguous United States and you want us to come out to a convention, you should let us know.
You're ruling out Hawaii and Alaska?
Those are really far.
I want to go to
travel
Hawaii. Okay, all right.
But yeah, I mean, we're always looking for new places to go and spread the gospel of VGM. We also do a lot of album projects. A lot of how people find out about OC Remix is through video game, our arrangement albums. We do Final Fantasy, we do Sonic, Kirby, Donkey Kong Country, fighting games, RPGs, racing games, Sega, Nintendo. We cover the gamut. The most recent one, we'll talk about it later, we did Skies of Arcadia. Just came out, which was
there we go.
Was really
yeah,
fun.
we got some cosplay out there
In the back.
That's
Very
fantastic.
Good.
All
so,
right.
yeah, so we do album projects. They're all community-driven. They're grassroots albums. A lot of times people, they'll ask us, hey, when are you going to do, like, a Knuckles Chaotix album? And it's just like, well, if you want a Knuckles Chaotix album, just go on the forums and start recruiting for a Knuckles Chaotix album. And then we will help you sort of develop it and build it up.
Is the rest of the soundtrack good, or is it just during the summer?
It's really good.
All right.
We also do compos. Compos are a big thing. Ben talked about it a little bit when he mentioned that he organizes compos. I also organize compos. People's Remix competition is one that's it's like a weekly competition. It's been running for over 10 years now.
It's pretty old.
It's pretty awesome. There's also the remix battle compos like Grand Robot Master Remix Battle and the Castlevania one. And Street Fighter and Final Fantasy, lots of really cool, fun stuff.
And it's worth mentioning, just briefly, it's not on the slide, but in terms of compos, like one of the premier compos that's also been running a really long time, not technically affiliated with Overclock Remix, but we love them, is Dwelling of Duels. So dwellingofduels.net.
Dwelling of Duels, DoD.
Any DoD fans?
Anyone?
A lot of great music on that site.
Yeah.
A lot of the music on that site gets submitted to OCR, but not all of it. So definitely check it out.
Yeah.
And then in terms of other communities that have sprung up that kind of do a similar thing to what we do, which is the free album focus. There's Pixel Mixers on Reddit.
Yeah.
They've released some albums. I think they just did a DKC album that they released on YouTube.
Yeah.
Looks pretty good. And also there's Tiny Waves as a label. Does some free albums too. So at one point in time it was like Overclock Remix, and then VG Mix came along, and then VG Mix went away, and then there was Remix the Sauce, and now there's some other outfits that do a similar thing.
Yeah.
But we're all friends.
Yeah. Everybody loves VGM. Real quick, I want to shout out, Jarrell asked me to shout out, NPC Collective is sitting over in that area. So they have a panel at 6 p.m. in Panels 2. So you guys should go hit, is it there? Is that when it is? Panels 2 at 6 p.m. today? Yeah, you guys go check them out.
Do you want to mention, like, briefly the song they contributed to?
Which song is that?
On the Apex Up? No?
Yeah. OCR Assembled, yeah. OC Assembled, Tengen Topa Dairanto.
Yeah. See, you have it on all the file. I don't.
Yeah, it's the big Smash Brothers collaboration. Really awesome.
Collab with one of y'all.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. So make sure you guys check that out, NPC Collective.
That's actually a good segue just to make a general point that Overclock Remix is designed, by design, is genre agnostic, i.e. we like all different types of music. So on the site you will find jazz, classical, rap, hip-hop, not enough Latin, but some, in addition to the more common / popular EDM and metal.
We even have like bluegrass and stuff.
Yeah.
Everything. Weird experimental stuff.
Weird experimental stuff.
Like
there's a tag, I think it's called quirky.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quirky. Yeah.
Maze Dude gets the quirky tag
we finally started, for those of you who have been asking for it for like 10 plus years, we finally started tagging remixes on the site with genres.
Yeah, actually, so what we did there was we tag with genres, but a single song can be multiple genres, and often that's the case.
Yeah.
We also tag, and this can be interesting for people like learning music or getting into music production, we tag for instrumentation, so we'll tag for like synthesizers versus brass versus orchestral versus cello versus trumpet, and then we also tag for mood as well.
Yeah, mood and also time signatures. So if you're looking for songs in 3/4,
Yeah.
You just click on 3/4.
If you want to
and
find
got
an
it.
aggressive dubstep mix with cello in 3/4 that's quirky, we probably don't have one.
Not
But,
yet. Get on it.
Yeah, someone could do that.
I forgot the name of that.
Oh yeah.
So there's an Overclocked podcast as well. It's kind of changed hands recently, and one of the original participants and directors is here to maybe say a few words. Say a few words.
Hey guys, my name's Stephen Kelly. I started the current incarnation of the Overclock podcast with my brother Brian, who's somewhere down in the lobby. Kicked it off maybe 2 or 3 years ago at this point, and it's grown into quite a community adventure. We're not actually even running it ourselves anymore because all of our listeners have just taken it over. It wasn't a hostile takeover, I promise. We gave it to them intentionally. But we have interviews from all kinds of people, from Chris Madigan, who was just performing in the Jam Clinic, I think, to OCR staff, like these fine people right here.
Hello.
I think Shark was one of our first ones we ever did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And beyond that, we have guest segments. We have like kind of catch up on the recent OCR news and even stuff that's going on in other communities just nearby. And the really cool thing about it is pretty much everything on the show right now is just put together by people who are part of the site. So if you have an idea for a segment, if you know music theory, if you have a video game quiz show idea, just get in touch. Maybe we can add it to the podcast. We do a lot of stuff through Discord, some of it through Twitter. You can find us on the forums as well. Or just search Overclocked podcast on iTunes or your favorite podcast feed, and you'll probably find it there.
Cool.
Those are my few words.
Very, very well chosen.
All right. Thanks, man.
So just real quick, because this is a little technical and behind the scenes, but we have always been a not-for-profit site. But last year, actually technically the end of 2016, or 2017 rather, we became a 501c3 nonprofit, just like MAGFest is. That means essentially that no single one of us can steal all the mixes and run away and post them on, I don't know, YouTube for $1 zillion and monetize, et cetera. We're kind of required by law to remain nonprofit, and that's what we want. That's how we do. Donations are tax deductible if you're an American citizen. So just like donating to, well, a lot of charities that probably deserve your money more for causes like life or death.
Yeah.
Red Cross, Doctors Without Borders is really good.
Yep.
St. Jude. But you can also donate to us, and if you support us, those donations are tax deductible the same way donations to any charity are. It also just ensures that, for example, if I should die right now, or in the next 48 hours, or really any time.
Jesus, that's grim.
Hey, people die, it happens. These things happen. That the site will continue to exist under an organizational unit of the Board of Directors of Game Music Initiative, which is what we started for the charity angle. So on that note,
Speaking of money,
and our lack thereof, we do sell merch. All of the money from the merch goes back into the site. Jarrell's in the back. Hi, Jarrell. All right. He's got T-shirts. They're $15, and I think he has 4 hoodies left. It's not as cold this MAGFest as it has been in previous MAGFest, which is good. But
global warming.
Yeah, it's the upside of global warming. The MAGFest is warming. Yeah, okay. So if you at any point you can go back and pick up a shirt, or I guess one of the 4 hoodies, assuming we have your size.
Yeah, and then we're also, I guess we're selling for Everlasting Peace still.
I don't know, Jarrell, do you have For Everlasting Peace back there? Yes, he does.
Cool.
That's an album that we did. We partnered with Capcom for the 25th anniversary of Mega Man, and we did a single mix off of every game in every different franchise or sub-series.
Three remixes from each of the first games of every Mega Man sub-series. So 3 Mega Man remixes, 3 Mega Man X remixes, Star Force, Legends, Zero, EXE.
But no soccer.
No Mega Man Soccer,
No
because
Mega Man
that's
Soccer.
technically part of Mega Man Classic.
But we did release a soccer album.
We did release
EP
a soccer album called Football Art.
That's true.
For the World Cup. Yeah, Legends. Legends is in there.
Okay, we already talked about compos a bit.
Yeah.
So
We can skip
I
this.
think we can skip this, and now it's time to name that mix.
Yeah.
All right, so theme music or something.
All right, I'm gonna go.
So we did mention there'd be prizes, and this is where they come in. a lot of other panels do name that tune, but why do you name that tune? Well, we can do name that mix. So we're going to play remixes. All of these remixes are on ocremix.org right now. They are posted mixes. If you know the site well, this is going to be a lot easier. But we've also picked relatively easy selections for a MAGFest audience, so I think your odds are pretty good. Shark, we're going to have people line up if they're feeling lucky.
If you want to play, line up in front of me.
All right,
We'll
so
get
here's how
one
this is going to
shot.
work.
We have 13 prizes to give away.
We have 13 prizes to give away for correct answers.
Yeah.
And if you get it wrong, you still get a bumper sticker.
Ooh.
We used to charge like 50 cents for the bumper stickers, but then let's just give them away, I think. That's kind of what we do.
All right. What's your name?
Javi.
Javi. All right, Javi. Dave's going to play a song. You got to name that remix, okay? All right. Dave, do they have to get the game or the actual remix?
The game. The
game.
name of the game, but that includes versions. So you can't say like Final Fantasy, if it's Final Fantasy X, you have to say Final Fantasy X. And
Okay.
none of them, spoiler, are Final Fantasy X. So you can't just say that and like think that you're right, because you won't be. All right, but these are softballs by our standards at least. Let's see how we do.
All right.
Going to rewind. There we go.
You're singing it.
Okay.
I don't remember the exact. Is it Kirby?
It is not Kirby, but you do get a bumper sticker, as we mentioned.
All right. You want a round one or a square one?
Yeah.
All right, you got the round one.
Support
Kirby.
applause is
All right.
appreciated. Okay. Do you know?
Do you know it? What's your name?
I'm Brandon.
Brandon, what is it?
It's Super Mario Land.
It is indeed Super Mario Land
It's Super
for
Mario
the Game
Land. All right.
Boy. All right, so we got some albums up here. We got the Final Fantasy I album. We've got Apex. We've got Heroes versus Villains. Yeah, it's pretty rare.
He immediately said that one.
It's a rare one.
What's
Yep.
your review of Heroes versus Villains?
It's really, really good.
It is.
There you go. Brandon,
The Secret of Monkey Island mixes, both of them
Brandon
on that
said it.
album, are amazing.
All right. Number 2.
It comes. Just be patient.
All right, all right. Okay.
All right.
What's your name and what is it?
My name's Brett. That's the Cosmo Canyon theme from Final Fantasy VII.
Yes, for bonus points, identified the source as well, but Final Fantasy VII, Cosmo
Nice.
Canyon.
All right.
I'm one of my New Year's resolutions is to do a reggae mix of that theme. I think it will work very well.
What do we got?
What do we got? We got Final Fantasy VII. We got DKC 2. We've got Final Fantasy 4. And also,
You want 7?
there are 2
All right.
more Heroes versus
Here you go.
Villains
Here we go.
left.
All right,
Oh,
cool.
3 more.
All right.
All right.
All right, Shaq Fu.
Oh,
Got a Shaq
Shaq
Fu
Fu.
shirt on.
All right.
All right, what's your name?
Jamal.
Jamal. All right, let's see if Jamal can get this one.
This one's a little bit harder, actually. the chorus. This might help.
I would never ever run away. I'll be here to
All right. Nothing. We will accept the original Japanese title as well. It doesn't look like that's going to help.
Come on, Jamal. Use the powers of Shaq Fu.
It's not Shaq Fu. It's
not Shaq Fu.
It's really not.
What if it was Shaq Fu?
It could be, but it's not.
He says
It is not
VI?
Final Fantasy VI, but you do get a bumper sticker.
All right. That's a rough one. Just grab one, man.
I guess I underestimated the difficulty of that one. Does anyone in the line know what it is?
Does anyone in the line know what it is? Does anyone in the crowd know what it is?
All right.
I've already called it.
Cupa, oh wait, sorry. Cupa had his hand up first, apparently.
Okay. All right, Cupid, what is it? No? You don't?
No, he's going to pass.
What is it?
Rex is a bust this groove.
Yeah, he's got it.
Bust the groove?
Bust a groove.
Yeah. All right.
Also, I think in Japan it was Bust a Move, but they changed it because that was confusing. Yeah.
Yeah, because Puzzle Bobble got localized as Bust a
Bust a Groove has a great
Bust a Move.
soundtrack.
All right.
All right.
Cupid, what do you want?
So that one was hard. I apologize.
All right.
All right,
Do we give
we're
him
on
a
to the
prize?
next.
Do we give him a prize?
Oh, yeah, sure. Go for it.
Get a prize,
He's
man.
coming. He knows exactly which album you want.
All right.
He's got a gleam in his eye.
We want to give you
We do
fighting
have
chance.
FF4.
All right. Okay.
There you go. All right. Are we ready for the next?
Are you ready?
Are you ready?
I'm not going to get any readier.
All right. What's your name?
Good answer.
Tim. All right, Tim. Listen closely.
Can I give like clues? All right.
All right, Tim. What do you
Do
got?
we have a guess?
It sounds familiar, but my brain is currently shot and I've got no clue.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh. Well, you
doesn't
get a
know.
bumper sticker anyway.
All right. You want to get a sticker? All right.
Claps of applause.
Take your pick. Square or round, whatever one you want. All right. Thanks, Tim.
Do you
All right.
know what that was?
phone a friend called The Line.
Like to phone a friend. Does anyone from the audience know that
Anyone in the
wonderful
line know?
tune?
Anyone in the line know? All right.
We're next in line. Okay.
Castlevania.
It is indeed Castlevania.
Castlevania. Okay.
That is, incidentally, Castlevania Belmont Lounge by Danny Baranowski, but way before he was on staff,
Yeah.
way before Super Meat Boy and he became famous, but still holds up, I think.
All right.
We do. There you go. All right. Do we have any like C64 fans? No? Okay. Maybe some. All right. 5. Some ambient noise at the beginning. It's a hell of a cowbell, though. It really is.
What remixes did you pick?
This happens every time. I think I'm picking easy ones, but they turn out not to be
Yeah,
easy.
that was really hard. What is that?
Oh, you don't know that?
I don't know it.
Oh, okay.
Does anyone know it?
Does anyone know it? Okay, we got some hands.
All right, back of the
Back of the line.
Dark Side.
No.
It's not Dark Side.
No, it is not. Like the 32X game?
All right. Deflector.
Yes.
Oh wow.
Deflector for the
Deflector.
C64. So as a side note and a sad note, the composer of that game, Ben Daglish, passed away in October of last year. He had a lot of great stuff. That mix in particular is a really good one. The Deflector theme by Zero Division. Cover your
Who
leg.
here knew that was Deflector? Like for real?
All right, I guess that was a deeper
All right.
cut than I thought.
Yeah, man.
It's a great mix. All right. Oh, wait.
If you want to do easy ones, it has to be like Super Nintendo.
Okay, I
Squaresoft.
promise this next one is much easier. I'm sorry, I'm a bad person.
All right. Oh yeah, grab that. Sorry.
Wait, she got it in like 2 seconds?
No. She.
Oh, okay.
She didn't know it. So.
Oh, okay. Yes? Okay, yeah.
This is Donkey Kong Country 2.
It is Donkey Kong Country 2
Wow.
by David Wise.
All right, come on up.
The name of that mix is Squitter's Dream. If you look up Squitter, it has some unpleasant definitions.
Yeah,
I had fun with that
Don't
in the
do it.
write-up.
Don't do it. It's
Nice.
gross.
Crimson Wolf 777. All right.
All right, man.
Okay.
Here we go. Pretty good.
All right.
I really want that bumper sticker.
He's going for the bumper sticker.
Go for the bumper sticker.
Do we have anyone in the line that knows that one? All right, we got a hand up.
What do you got?
Super Ghouls and Ghosts?
Yes.
Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Or Ghouls and Ghosts. Either answer acceptable. Very nice work.
All right, come on up and get a.
All right. Next up. All right. Nothing? No, I love bumper stickers. Yeah, the bumper stickers are good. Some people prefer the bumper stickers. There's nothing wrong with that. You can put them on things.
Maybe we should make the bumper stickers the prize and then put the albums.
And the albums are like the follow-up prize. Anyone in the line know that one?
Anyone in the line?
Anyone in the audience? Oh.
He says,
which
I think
one,
that
though?
was Metal
Which
Gear.
one? I don't even know. Technically, no, but I think the melody may have appeared in MGS2.
All right. What was it, Dave?
It's Metal Gear Solid 4.
Oh.
Technically. But maybe it appears in 2 too, so that's not really a fair question.
Yeah, that's.
Come on up and get an album anyway. You win. We're all winners here.
We're flying by the seat of our pants.
Trafficking in bumper stickers. You can manipulate.
All right.
She gasped.
Was that Pokemon Red or Blue?
Yes.
She did it.
Nice. A clutch answer at the last
which one is
second.
it? Is it red or is it blue? I know it's the same. Quiet down.
Oh, this one's a little bit harder. I'm sorry. But it's a really, really good source tune. All right.
I do not know.
He doesn't
All right.
know.
It's a bumper sticker. Does anyone in the line know? Oh, we got a hand. We got a confident.
Wait.
Hold up, I was co-director on Arcadia Legends, and I want to add.
Oh, sweet. Modus? Oh, wow, the poster. We have one. Yeah, absolutely. So Skies of Arcadia has a lot of great artwork, but this is a custom Arcadia Legends poster. Ooh. I don't have one of those. I kind of want to play now. All right. Okay. All right. Fair enough. So that has now been added to the prize pool.
All right, so who knew that one? You know that one.
I have a yo-yo and I want to kill some monsters. I want to play Star Tropics.
Oh, sweet. That's a very confident answer.
Wow.
Very confident answer. So,
Very good.
just to review, the Metal Gear Solid mix was by Ocean's Andrew Level 99 and Dragon Avenger. The Pokemon mix that we played before this one was by Ben Briggs, who actually does Tiny Waves. And this was Star Tropics, Flow Tropics, also a very old mix from the site from Analog and Hemophiliac.
MC Analog.
All right, now we're going to dig a little bit deeper into Sega Genesis platformer territory, and that's the only hint I'm going to give. All right.
What is it?
Nope.
Nothing?
No,
Okay, it's
no.
bumper sticker time for you. Does anyone in the line know?
Who knows it? Who knows it in the line?
Have you already answered one?
You already got a bumper sticker.
You already answered one.
You're out.
Anybody else know? All right.
Over
You got
here.
the hoodie?
Is it Green Dog?
No,
No, it's
but
not
I
Green
like the fact that you even know what that game is.
Who knows it?
Green Dog, that's like the surfer dude. Oh my gosh.
Who knows
Yeah,
it?
that's a throwback. It is not.
Someone over here know it? Oh, okay.
In the way back, Shark. Way
way
back.
back.
You're going to have to shout it, sir. Yes, it is.
Ristar! Classic Sega Genesis game by Sonic Team.
All right. So you say Ristar, we say Ristar, potato. That was Ristar Fiesta Amongst the Trees, not among the trees, but amongst them, by the Southwestern College Afro-Cuban Jazz Ensemble. Which is a very nice one. Okay.
I played that game so much when I was a kid.
Unfortunately, the last two are like brutally hard. I guess I can give some clues. Music is a weapon. That's my big clue for this one. Music.
Wake up! The revolution has begun! Generation X is in effect!
It pretty much just goes on like that.
Parappa the Rappa?
No, you get a bumper sticker, but if anyone gets this right, we've got a hand up in the back. He looks confident. You get 2 albums if you get this right.
What if it was Parappa the Rapper?
Oh, yeah, he got it. I heard it.
What is it?
It is, in fact, Revolution X.
Revolution X. Come on up, man.
Yeah, he was probably Googling music as a weapon. No. If you ever wanted to play a game that features Aerosmith and shooting at things that are not really related to Aerosmith, then Revolution X is pretty much your option. I wouldn't necessarily endorse it. That is Revolution X, Music is a Weapon, by J-Red. I didn't really think when I started Overclock Remix that we would get a Revolution X mix, but we did. All right, and this last one is super, it's even harder.
Does he get a hint?
Like Amiga, part of the name is a subculture involving dressing up like animals. That's a pretty good hint.
Let the remix kind of like...
I think it's a hint. Oh, all right. Does anyone in the line know it? This is worth 2 albums. We got a confident hand. All right? Yes. No, but a good guess. Okay.
Is it Fury of the Furries?
It is, in fact, Fury of the Furries. Which, don't get excited, is not actually about furries the way you might understand them today. They're just like little yellow puffy things, but had a great soundtrack. So you sir, win 2 albums. You already won 1, then you win another one. Okay, let's have a hand for all of our Name That Remix contestants.
Wait, so we're out of... we're out of remixes.
We are out of remixes.
Okay.
That is it. But our remaining contestants, since they did not get to go, do get bumper stickers, which they would have gotten anyway.
I bet y'all feel silly for staying in your seats. You could have just stood up here and like got a bumper sticker at the end.
All right. So, just real quick, we like to review. Why does that say 2019? That should say 2018. Those albums didn't come out this year.
I'm going to stay
This
down
year
here
is
so that I
January.
can see this.
Well, it should say OC Remix albums of 2018. We released 6 albums last year, including 2 albums that had been in the works for a very, 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 very long time.
Yeah.
We began the year with Vroom, which is the best of Sega Racing. Has some tracks from Outrun, Daytona, Virtual Racing, I think, and some other games of that ilk. Sega's had a lot of racing games, Outrun being the most famous, and so the album cover kind of mimics the start screen on Outrun where you can choose your song. Overclock University's sophomore year, different mixes from different games, mostly by Ocean's Andrew, in a variety, I would say, of genres. Candy Corn 3 is the third in a series of albums by Yoshi Blade that we're grateful that he has submitted to us for Halloween. So for the last 3 Halloweens, we've posted Candy Corn 1, 2, and 3. Remixes of different games, some spookier games like Castlevania, some games where the mix itself is conceptually tied into, for example, with Candy Corn 3, the theme was direct-to-video. With Candy Corn 1, there was sort of a creep show, sort of horror theme going on, and there's some vocal drama tracks in between the mixes to kind of add a little bit of flavor. If you're into... Sorry? Yeah, after Vampire Variations. I don't know. People like to stop at Trilogy, and sometimes they should, as we learned from, well, yeah, Pirates of the Caribbean, among others. They should have stopped at 1, really. Okay. And the album that had the biggest albatross status for us of all, Seiken Densetsu 3, Songs of Light and Darkness. And there he is, sir. Sir, stand up.
Please stand up.
Yes. This beautiful, beautiful human being has been coming to our panels for 6 years, 7 years, asking, where's the Seiken Densetsu 3 album? And every year we've told them, well, next year. It finally happened. We did it. Yeah, internally we know you as the Seiken Densetsu 3 guy.
Yeah.
And in fact, if I just jump to the next slide really quickly, I even did a meme for this. It's just for you, just for you. So, Songs of Light and Darkness is a very cool album in the following sense. Because it took so damn long, it has mixers that haven't been active on the site in a very long time, but it also has mixers that are very new to the site. It's almost like a time capsule for Overclock Remix. There's a ton of beautiful music on there, and it breaks down. Usually a song is either light in terms of being energetic or upbeat or whatnot, or dark in terms of being epic or sinister or whatnot, but really good variety. There's ska, there's orchestral, all manner of tunes.
I actually have a remix on that one that I wrote like 10 years ago.
That long, yeah.
Yeah. It's
We,
pretty cool.
we work on a geological time scale,
Yeah,
I
it's
think.
really cool.
So after that, we did a smaller album that was actually, I think, took maybe a year or 2, I think just a year, Hometown Heroes. The concept was arranging town themes, mostly from RPGs. So, town themes have a certain aesthetic to them. They're usually comforting.
Idyllic.
Yeah, like 3/4, ebb and sway to them. So it's a whole album. There's Phantasy Star 3 is on there, so I know that because I did that. But there's a lot of great games represented on that. And we had a similar trilogy of albums that we did called Badass, which was nothing but boss themes. So yeah, it's got some great stuff. So we think maybe there might be a Hometown Heroes too, just because we like the idea of like exploring town themes as a sort of a motif.
There's a really amazingly gorgeous Ballad of the Windfish.
Yes.
Or not Ballad, it's Maeve Village. Maeve Village from Link's Awakening on there. It's all like live instruments. It's amazing. You should check it out.
And then last, but certainly not least, and hotly anticipated by, I had no idea that fans of Skies of Arcadia are like that passionate, but it's a group. There we go. All right. Could you stand up, sir? Could we see this wonderful Skies of Arcadia cosplay? It's amazing. So this album is a tribute to that game and the GameCube sequel, which a lot of people think, well, is probably a little bit better because they fixed some stuff. Yes, they did.
Sky. Skies of
well, you know.
Arcadia for Dreamcast is a bad game.
Well,
Skies of
it's a good
Arcadia
game
for
hiding in a bad
GameCube
game.
is
yeah.
a great game.
There you go. So for that one, for Hometown Heroes, and let's just actually, we're a little short on time. So would you like to see a trailer for Arcadia Legends? Sweet. Too bad. No, 1 second. Anticlimactic. Open with QuickTime Player, and I gotta like.
Is it showing up?
Is it showing up?
No, go the other way.
Go the other way.
Yeah.
There we go. I can't even see it now. All right, I'm going to press play on one screen. Is it playing?
Hit spacebar.
I did. All right, 1 second. I'm just messing with you.
Why don't you play it and then move it over there?
Yeah, I figured that out like too late.
This happens to be one of the. Ooh, it's working. Oh, all right. One of these videos, I had the pleasure of actually having a longer turnaround time than I usually get, which is about 1 week or two. So I was glad for that. But I wanted to mention the help of Zach Modus Long, or Loom maybe, one of the co-directors. Is he there? Oh, nice, man. No, I forgot. I didn't realize that was you. I'm sorry. He helped out a lot because those were 3D segments were his. All the 6 moons, the Delphinus flying through, all his great work. So give him a hand right there. And made things a hell of a lot easier for both of us in developing this video. So I'm just grateful for the both of us.
All right.
What do we got?
What do we got? We got, okay, coming in 2019, actual 2019. Maybe, although the first one here is definitely a lock. The next album we release will be Chronopolis, featuring the music of Chrono Cross. And yeah, there we go. It is a great soundtrack. Maybe Final Fantasy V.
It's the Year of Fire. We're going to do it.
We're going to do it. All right, there you go. A couple, before we get into Chronopolis for a second, some goals and changes for 2019. We just went live with a better search. If you go to the website now and you search, you're searching everything using Google. Just a nice tweak to be able to search for an artist or a game or a remix at the same time. We're going to give more options to artists to control their artist profile, to change which links are displayed and to change their artist photo. We're going to integrate workshop mixes and works in progress with our database of games, songs, and composers. And that's a big undertaking, but that should be this year.
That's been in the works for a while.
It's been in the works for a while, and it's one of the things we want to do for our 20th anniversary.
Yeah.
Our YouTube videos are in a state of flux right now, but this month or next, we're going to be doing some fancy visualizations that are just a little bit more interesting to watch. And we are rewriting the site in Python and Django, and we'll have a RESTful API for those who that excites.
I'm excited.
Yes, there you
make
go.
some noise for REST APIs.
Make some RESTful APIs. Let's hear it. Okay. So, Chronopolis. Who wants to see an exclusive preview? All right.
I love that there's people who didn't raise their hand. It's like, nah,
I don't want to. Exclusive, no. I like stuff that other people have already seen. Thank you very much. All right. So this is music and with like as Jose mentioned, minimal visuals to tide you over. This is not the official trailer.
Very cool. Very cool.
So that should be coming out if all goes well. We don't like to set dates because we always miss them. Seiken Densetsu 3 is the most famous example. Probably Q1, I would say hopefully early February if all goes well. Soon. Coming soon. All right, so we do have a commercial, oops, that's not on the screen. We do have a commercial site, Overclock Records, with albums that are for sale. They are not free. We've released some stuff in 2017. 2018 was pretty quiet, but the stuff that we released has all been pretty great, at least in my opinion. 8-Bit Jazz Heroes, Press Start, is really mellow and chill jazz arrangements of 8-bit games, classic retro games, with guitar and upright, like acoustic bass. Very nice sort of ambient music. Kirby's Liberation Service, which is kind of a play on Kiki's delivery service, and hence the art, is Emery Monserrat de Mons' EP dedicated to Kirby. Kirby Superstar, yeah.
It's good. It's real good.
And then Crypt of the Necrodancer Overclocked is amazing. It did win, I think, the Video Game Music Online's Best Fan Album or Best Arranged Album of the Year, which is pretty cool. The runner-up was Mirror Image, which was also pretty cool.
Nice.
And it has arrangements of Danny B's soundtrack to Crypt of the Necrodancer. The nice thing about that is if you play Crypt of the Necrodancer, the soundtrack actually works with the game. So if you get it on Steam, you can play the game against that album. You can also just listen to it by itself, but it works as a soundtrack, an alternate soundtrack to the game.
Also on Overclocked Records is my very first album that I ever did of original music. You can pick it up. It's only like $4. Call Sound the Clarion Call.
Yes, and it was done for Kickstarter, right?
A Kickstarter. There was a Kickstarter for a art anthology, and I did the trailer music for the art anthology called 1001 Nights. So it's like $4. Please buy it.
It's very good.
I didn't make any money on
it. Last mag, we listened to the whole thing. Okay, yeah. So speaking of money, we are a not-for-profit, as mentioned, like MAGFest. And if you want to donate and help us out, again, as mentioned, it's tax deductible. Every little bit helps. And we use Patreon. It's worked really well for us. Everyone who donates usually gets like advance access to torrents. We're building up a library of lossless versions of mixes, FLAC versions, WAV, that we will offer, at least initially, exclusively to Patreon backers. And sometimes we'll drop an album early on Patreon so that our backers get it first. But we've got a lot of people who just donate $1 a month, and that's what powers the site. We got rid of ads. We used to have ads on the site, and we have systematically removed ads from our site in favor of having a better experience and getting support through Patreon. So
any banner ads you see on OC Remix now are technically just for our other stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll put up a banner ad for something that we're selling on Overclocked Records.
But that's it.
Maybe like like a Super Audio Cart, which is a sound library that we made with Impact Soundworks. We have a banner up for that. So you can actually turn your ad blocker off on OCRemix.org because it's not.
It won't be doing anything.
It's not doing it. Yeah.
Ben, did you want to mention briefly the Amazon Smile and?
Yeah. Just another easy way to kick us a few bucks is we are on Amazon Smile. We're on the PayPal Gifting Fund, which means we're on Humble Bundle.
Yeah.
We are listed there as the Game Music Initiative.
Game Music Initiative is the charity, so it's Humble Bundle you can contribute to us through.
Yeah, and it's not much, but every little bit helps for something. I hope you support.
Very true. Real quick, we mentioned social media already, but there's the Discord, there's the forums, there's Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud. It's not on here, but we've actually got a lot more hits on Instagram lately.
Yeah, we're on Instagram. It's OC Remix on
People
Instagram.
are kind of leaving Tumblr now that they blocked all the
We
all
barely
the adult
use
content.
our OC Remix Tumblr. We don't use it at all. Yeah.
All right. Real quick, who knows who the character on the screen is and the game he's from? All right, wait, have you gotten an album yet? Seiken Densetsu 3 guy. All right, okay, who is it? From? Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that is Q. So come on up and get an album.
Dave is very proud of
I'm
this
very
slide.
proud of this very witty slide because it's Q&A and it is literally the character Q being asked a question and providing an answer. So it's a double pun, plus I love Third Strike even though I'm terrible at it.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. So we are accepting questions. If you have any questions for us, come on up. I guess line up the center, and Shark will take the mic out, and we will attempt to answer your questions in the time we have remaining.
Any questions at all?
If you ask a question, you get a bumper sticker. If you want one.
All right.
Remember, you can put them on anything.
All right, man. What do you got?
So maybe I'm misremembering, but you guys weren't at Otakon this past Otakon?
This was the first Otakon we missed in 10 years, and essentially, like, becoming a parent has eaten into my free time in ways that have made anything but like critical MAGFest attendance, since it's so close and everything. We do plan on going back to Otakon at some point, especially now that it's moved to DC. But we did miss Otakon, and yeah, pretty much. I want to. I hope they'll have us back, because, you know, it's the type of thing where we've been going 10 years and then we stopped, and maybe they're like, oh, they don't like us anymore, or maybe they don't like us anymore. I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, I'd like to go next year.
But we will try to be at AwesomeCon, which is in the same. It's just earlier in the year. Yeah. Cool. Any more questions? She has a question.
Hi. So I've just been wondering how, like, the growth of Bandcamp and YouTube have affected new artists coming to your platform.
Sure. So the question is how the growth of YouTube and Bandcamp have affected new artists coming to Overclock Remix. I'd say it's probably reduced them. Essentially, the scene has changed. We've been around for 19 years, going to be 20 in December. And when we first started, licensing wasn't as easy, and people weren't monetizing stuff, and it was much more of a fan scene. And now that's changed. There's a lot of commercial labels. There's Louder, there's Sounddrop, there's Materia Collective doing pretty amazing things, and there's Game Chops, and there's a large commercial force out there for video game arrangements of a professional or, you know, hobbyist nature, either one. It's a harder sell nowadays to say, hey, why don't you make a mix and submit it to us, and we'll post it, and it'll be free for everyone, and you won't make any money. There are certain types of games, there are certain types of mixes that work better for that model. But what I'll also say is, we're not a big company. Bandcamp seemed like good guys. SoundCloud, at one point, it seemed like they were having problems with solvency. Some of these companies are going to come and go, and we plan on keeping on doing what we're doing for the foreseeable future. And because we're now a charity, I think it's in the long-term prospects are better. So we think of it as like a free collective / canon that's just going to be around as long as we can make it around and contributing to something larger. But when we initially got started, the existence of a judges panel, for example, struck some people the wrong way because they thought that OC Remix was a barrier to getting their work heard by others. Nowadays, we don't have that problem because YouTube, SoundCloud, Bandcamp, it's very easy to get your music out there. What we offer is, well, a unified database that puts that all in context. So you can click on Xenogears, see all the Xenogears mixes, click on Yasunori Mitsuda, and then see all the games that he did and all the mixes for those, and sort of navigate around that way. We also offer the torrents. It's a big collective work, and it's kind of like contributing to something larger.
Yeah. There's also the idea that OC Remix is a community, and, you know, we do collaborative efforts. Albums are such a huge thing on OC Remix now, and also we have our community where people learn. We have our forums, like workshop forums, and people post like, you know, what can I do? Like, how do I make my mix sound better? You know, it's a way to find collaborators to work on things together. I'm not saying that stuff is not possible on YouTube and on Bandcamp, and, you know, obviously there are communities that grow
Reddit,
organically on
Pixel
Twitter
Mixers.
and whatever. But, you know, OC Remix has all of that. We've been around for a long time. I always like to say that we're older than iPods, we're older than MP3.com. We've been around since 1999. That is very old in internet years. That is extremely old, and we're still going.
The other thing that we have is we have a content policy that prevents us from monetizing your content that you submit to us. Any content that gets submitted to us, you're licensing it to us. It's not exclusive. You can do something else with it. You can post it on your own site. We don't own it. We take no ownership over it. And we have a policy preventing it from being monetized by us or anyone that uses it under the OC Remix brand. So there are certain protections in place to kind of keep it nonprofit and cool.
And because of that, there is synergy too. Often somebody who has a thriving YouTube channel or a SoundCloud will put one of their things on OC
Yeah.
Remix, and that will help distribute. I've learned about a lot of different artists because they put something on OC Remix. There's professional musicians who make, who make soundtracks for games. Who
Yeah.
put something on OC Remix.
Some
because
crossover.
Yeah.
Another question? We are out of time. I think we have time for one more question. He's standing up here. He's waiting patiently. We got it.
Just a small one. What are your favorite and least favorite DAWs to use?
Okay. Well, so we did a mixing panel where we talked all about software. For me, I'm an Ableton Live guy and also Studio One. Jose, FL Studio, I believe. Ben, what do you use?
I use
Reaper?
I'm not a good remixer yet.
All right. And Shark is FL Studio,
My
too.
favorite is FL Studio, which I use, and my least favorite is Ableton Live, which I also use, and I hate it.
Least favorite. Come on now. Well, thanks everybody for coming. That's basically all the time we have, but look forward to Chronopolis coming out soon.
Thanks
for
guys.
coming out.
See you guys.